All right, and round 18 of the Perth Football League A-grade season finds us out at Millington Reserve, home of the Scarborough Football Club, as we prepare for a big clash here today. They face Fremantle CBC, who are obviously having a pretty good season themselves. My name is Ward Harris, and we hope you're ready for a good broadcast game out here today. We've just had the reserves come off the ground there, with Scarborough end up defeating Fremantle CBC in this game. We'll go through the last time that these two teams played, and that was way back, I think in round 7 actually, with these two teams, and it was CBC that ended up winning that game 10 goals, 11-71. They ended up beating Scarborough 5-7-37, margin of 34 points. And the goal scorer is that day Jack Perham, who's been the big recruit for Fremantle CBC. He kicked 3, and they had 8 individual goal scorers right the way across the park. All individuals for Scarborough that day, and look, they'll be looking to turn the tides on CBC in this performance. As we go and check the ladder at the moment, Fremantle CBC sitting in second spot at the moment with a win-loss record of 12 wins and 5 losses, and a massive percentage actually of 157.4%. Look, if they end up dropping this game today and North Beach end up winning, unless it's a absolutely astronomical margin here, they can't drop any lower than third spot on the ladder, and they'll get that double chance going into the finals. Scarborough, though, they need a big win this week, and they also need TAs to lose. So TAs, they're actually playing against Curtin this week in what will be a really tough game for them, but they do hold a percentage of an extra 8% on top of Scarborough at the moment. So, look, simple equation for Scarborough. They need to win today, and they need to win by a good margin, and they need TAs to end up dropping their game and losing by a little bit as well. So, look, hopefully we're able to get some live scores across the afternoon, but we'll wait and see as we go. And there's a couple of earlier games that have already started today, and we'll sit there and try and get some of those scores across to you as we go. Last week, Fremantle CBC, look, they tuned up absolutely beautifully. Playing against West Coast across at their home ground, and look, it was CBC big winners there. Winning that game 18 goals 11, 119 to West Coast's 4 goals 5, 29. Goal scorers for them on that day: Jack Perham kicked 5, George Hampson 3, and Frampton and Wright kicking 2 goals apiece for Freo CBC. Funnily enough, once again, 10 goal scorers for that side there, and they look at sharing the goals around quite well. And even when the second leading goal scorer in the comp in Jack Perham has been held, look, they have a lot of other individual goal scorers floating around with him as well. Funnily enough, actually, goal scorers for CBC, Jack Perham, he's second in the goal scoring at the moment. He's kicked 55 for the season. And then it's Dion Anthony with 17, and Luke Salamoni's kicked 16 so far. We'll flick across to Scarborough. They end up having a tough assignment out at South Oval against Curtin last week, losing that game 9 goals 12, 66 for Curtin. Scarborough 5 goals to 32. And look, once again, all individual goal scorers on that occasion. And their goal scorers across the year, we've had Scotty Worthington. He's kicked 29. Funnily enough, only out of 10 games, which is a really good result there for Wortho. And then we go down to Mitch McPhee with 23, Sean Bradley with 16, and Louis Miller on 15. And look, it is a big out this week for Scarborough, with Scotty Worthington not playing, but they do end up with some experience coming in, with Wade Toomey, Braden Antonio, and Robbie Forrest coming in to the side this week. Only one change for Fremantle CBC. Tom Smith out from the team that played last week, and Ollie Parrish coming in for Fremantle CBC. As we mentioned, not very far away from the bounce now. Round 18 of the season, and look, it's do or die, as we said, for Scarborough Footy Club, and they need a big result today as both teams just go through their last warm-ups here. We see Fremantle CBC, they'll be rolling round in the mainly yellow jersey today, being their away strip, and Scarborough in the predominantly green and yellow as well. Other games around the A-grade competition, we've got University versus West Coast. Uni hoping to win that one, and if they do and results go their way with CBC losing, they'll actually jump up to second spot and get to host a qualifying final next week against Fremantle CBC. We've got North Beach versus Kingsway. This game, Scarborough versus Fremantle CBC. As we mentioned, TAs versus Curtin. And the last game, the game of 9th versus 10th, North Fremantle versus Bassendean, down at North Fremantle Oval. but not far away now from the first bounce out here at Millington Reserve. We hope you enjoy the broadcast, and we hope we set ourselves up for a really good game of footy. There's a ruckman start going to the middle of the ground. It looks like it'll be Scarborough kicking to the left of screen. Once again, the big ruckman for Scarborough is a big bomber for Scarborough Footy Club. I'm just saying who the starting ruckman is there for Freo CBC. It could be Tyler Chorwell. No, it's not. It's actually Mark Jones will lead the ruck for Fremantle CBC. Plenty of good matchups across the ground today. As I mentioned, Scarborough end up with a bit of talent back into their side. The big out, though, Scott Worthington, obviously, for the Scarborough Football Club. And look, they'll be doing everything they absolutely can today to try and get a result going in their favour. And here we go. Opening bounce of this round 18 clash. And it's Jones that's able to knock that one out of the ruck straight away. Good pressure around the body and good handball out by Rob Billiard. Goes and kicks the ball forward, but turned over straight away, and it's marked by Dion Anthony. Anthony goes and play on. Almost a good spoil there. Ball knocked out, and good pick up on the far side. That is by Pearson. He's tackled straight away by Vellalonga, and that is holding the ball. So good pressure straight away for Scarborough and for Adam Vellalonga. Just looking at his options and just decides to go a chip kick down the line and finds the leading player in Wade Toomey. Looks like Toomey starting off half forward, kicks inside. Good spoil from beside there. Ball goes a long, long way. Picked up by Scarborough. Just a nice chip kick inside there. Shot on goal and just out to the far side. No score on the board yet, but Scarborough putting the pressure on nice and early. So it'll be Miles Franklin with the kick. It just goes long up the line there. Good knock over the top from Jones. He just tries to knock it forward there. Spinner Mainstone with the ball. Goes inside there. Oh, well done. Picked his pocket was that player from CBC. And here they go. Good kick there. Player all by himself in Chen. Chen just looking for options. Handballs up to Hampson. Hampson plenty to go to. And a smart kick there and finds Jeff Saunders all by himself. Inside 50, and CBC will go and have their first shot for the game. And it was a great pickup by Jamie Spinner Mainstone, but just had the ball turned over. And then CBC just with their really good transition work, able to get the ball into Hampson's hands, and Jeff Saunders all by himself. 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. Saunders set sail. And that is the first goal on the board for Fremantle CBC. It's only taken 2 minutes, but they lead this game a 1-goal straight 6. Scarborough yet to score. And as we mentioned, there's some really good clashes around the A-grade competition this week. Looks like the only one we're getting live scores so far is the game that started at 1:10 p.m. today across at Charles Riley Reserve, and that is North Beach versus Kingsway. And I dare say probably during the third quarter, Kingsway leading this one actually, 8 goals, 6.54. North Beach, have actually hit the lead now, 8 goals, 10.58. One of the joys of live scoring. But back to the game here at the Mill. CBC with the first goal on the board, and this time it's Bomber able to take the ball out of the ruck. CBC just trying to knock the ball forward there, but well done. Good body work there by the players there. Oh, and good turnover picked up by Brody Knight. Drops the ball though and it's tackled straight away. And a good tackle there by Brendan Chen. And the umpire will come and throw it up. 60 metres around from Fremantle CBC's goal. So the two ruckmen go up. Good work there by Jones. Just too strong in the ruck there against Bomber. But no one's able to get that ball out of there. And we'll have another throw up right on the same spot. So ball up again. Jones able to knock that one down. No one able to get clean possession. Shan was in there. CBC trying to bring it out there, and Salamone able to work his way. Great tackle there from Shan. Lays another one as well. Good tackle pressure from the Scarborough team. And Nick Comer in there as well. Good to see Comer and Shan right around the ball to start with. They're going out all guns blazing today are the Scarborough Football Club. As the umpire throws it up, Bomber almost goes up unopposed, but Jones comes in late. Ball kick forward there by CBC. No one's able to pick forward. Have this time Matty Ward. Kick inside 50 and marked on the chest of Frampton. So right place, right time by Matty Ward. Good snap around the body. And Johnny Frampton doing what a smart forward does, playing in front. And he'll go back and try and knock through Fremantle CBC's second goal. And look to extend that lead. So Frampton off the longer run up. He'll end up kicking from about 35 metres out, almost directly in front. Stabs through it and celebrates. And that is the second goal on the board for Fremantle CBC. This time to Johnny Frampton. 2 goals straight now, 12. And we've got about 5 minutes in this first quarter. So Paul Vine's down on the bench at the moment, just trying to talk some structure with his players on the bench. They've ended up getting the ball out a couple of times, but unfortunately turning it over, and CBC ending up just getting the ball inside 50 nice and quick, and they've been able to kick those 2 goals nice and early. Back to the middle of the ground now. Once again, it will be Bomber in the ruck against Jones as the umpire throws it up. Jones it is this time, knocks it down, and Dion Anthony, big kick inside 50 again. Hampson almost able to take that mark out of the hands of Frampton, I think it was. And good knock forward there by the Scarborough player. But it's going to be turned over. It's going to land in the hands of Anthony again. He's working very hard. Dion Anthony just goes and squares it up. And that is a great kick inside 50 and finds David Roche all by himself, about 45 metres out, just on a slight angle. So another inside 50 for CBC, and it's going to have another shot on goal now. So David Roche, 45 metres out. Not much of an angle to speak of. And that is a good kick, and CBC are on absolute fire out here at the Mill. 3 goals in 6 minutes, and that is 3 goals straight, 18 Scarborough, yet to trouble the scoreboard. So lots of work for Scarborough to do in the midfield at the moment. They need to see some of those prime movers. And here we have Joel Ashman running in there now. We got Robbie Forrest running out to a wing. And we'll just see if they can try and match the firepower the Fremantle CBC currently have running through the middle of the ground. As the ball goes back in again, umpire throws it up. Jones once again able to knock that down straight to the Scarborough midfield. And they end up half in that contest this time, and it was Ryan Shan able to take that one out. So umpire will ball it up. Jones able to knock that one forward there. Ashman almost able to pick it up, just jumps straight on the ground. Good power. This time it's picked up by the player in hooker. Kicks it forward there, and player Jeff Saunders just out on the lead there. Kicks it inside Furity to Perham. And that is great ball movement once again by Fremantle CBC, and Scarborough just don't have any answers at the moment. So once again, quick kick forward. Saunders ends up finding Perham, and he's going to kick from probably 35 metres out, just on a 45-degree angle. So Jack Perham and just out to the right-hand side, and that's the first blemish on the board so far for Freo CBC. They extend their lead though. 3 goals, 1-19. Scarborough yet to score. We've gone 8 minutes in this first quarter. So they're just going to bring the ball in now. Great kick out to that far side, but it's just that little bit too far, and it's gone out of bounds on the full. It'll be a free kick to Johnny Frampton, and he'll probably just set it up. A great kick inboard. Oh, almost a juggling mark, and it is indeed another mark for Jack Perham. And I think the Scarborough defence just thought he was going to end up bombing it long, and well done to Johnny Frampton. Just looked for the nice lead, and Jack Perham obliged, and he hit him up on the chest and a juggling mark. And he's going to have another shot for goal, his second one in 2 minutes. So Perham, can he do better this time? Yes, he can. That's a goal for Jack Perham. So first goal for Perham, the leading goal scorer for the Fremantle CBC side. And it's all them so far. 4 goals at 125. Scarborough yet to really almost have an inside 50. And we've gone about 9 minutes in this first quarter. And a very subdued Scarborough crowd out here at the mill at the moment. They would have been expecting a really good performance to start this game, but it just hasn't gone their way so far today. Fremantle CBC in absolute control. And the umpire throws the ball up again. Jones goes up early this time, but knocks it down. Salamone can't quite pick it up. Does manage to this time. Just a nice chip kick. It's going to land out the front of Brody Knight. Tackled straight away, and that's a good tackle by Luke Spencer. And the umpire will come in and grab the ball just out on that far wing. So umpire throws it up again. Knocked down by Jones this time. Sheehan through his hands. It goes to Knight. Knight goes and kicks inside 50. Frampton just able to knock it on to advantage, but wasn't able to. Turned over. Hampson on goal! And just out to the right-hand side, and almost could have made them pay there, but it wasn't to be. And Harrison caught a really uncharacteristic turnover there. The Scarborough go and bring the ball in, and this time it's marked by the present in Joel Ashman. So Ashman just goes and plays on. Good kick there. Just trying to bring the ball up the middle of the ground. Goes to Rebillard. Good kick up the ground there and almost the mark. And it been a free kick paid there actually to Sean Bradley. So Sean Bradley 70 metres from home. Just going to take the nice little 45 kick and finds Mitch McPhee just on the outer wing. So McPhee, once again, a nice kick, and this is the Scarborough that we know. Turned over, though. Rebillard can't quite pick it up there. Could have been holding the ball. No, says the umpire. Good handball inboard by CBC, and once again, they get ready to gear up. Andrioli, normally a good kick down the line, but that one's gone out of bounds on the full. And it'll be a free kick to Scarborough. Umpire says you get a bit more ground, Mitch McPhee, and he'll look to pump it back inside 50 now. So it just goes and kicks it. Just the launch pad spot there. Can't quite, it ends up landing in CBC's hands and goes through Franklin. Franklin, fortunistic kick, and it's landed on the chest of Johnny Frampton. So Frampton with the ball 50 metres from his own goal. Nice little chip kick there. Lands in the hands of Matt Ward. It's been very good for CBC this year, has Matt Ward. Chips it up nicely. Lands in the hands of Anthony. Anthony just goes to play on. Well done. It goes over the top and lands in the hands of Salamone. So one of those prolific midfielders again for CBC. Kicks it in forward and finds Tom Smith. Smith just goes to play on. The switch is on here. It's gone the outer side, lands in the hands of Newman. So Newman just goes through the middle, goes back to Andrioli, back to Newman. Kicks out on that far side, and it's a good mark on that outer side. Could have been a free kick, no, says the umpire. And Barton Thompson with the mark. Good kick there, a bit of a risky one. It's landed in the hands of Roche. He just goes and kicks it back, goes to Thompson. Good spoil on that far side. It's been spoiled by Louis Miller. And the umpire will throw it in. And all the players just on the one side of the ground, they're starting to separate a little bit now. Scarborough just knowing they've got to try and clog it up a little bit. Just try and relieve some of this pressure. So the umpire will throw it in again. It's the two ruckmen. They'll go at it all day today. And one down by Salamone. He does well. Flicks it across to Roche. Roche goes and kicks inside 50. Well done by Spinner Mainstone. And he's able to just take that one out of bounds on the far side. George Hampson just following him for a bit of support just to make sure he makes it out of bounds as well. So the umpire will throw it in. It'll land right on the 50-metre line for Freo CBC. Good knockdown straight away. One by Scarborough Footy Club. They'll look to try and bring this one out. No one able to get clean possession. And Ashman and Chen on the bottom of that pack. Just trying to pick it up. The umpire will throw it up again. And he does again this time. Good knockdown by Bomber. Well picked up by Roche, but Ashman just straight in his back. And he has played in the back, actually. And he's not happy about it, is Joel Ashman, as Roche kicks inside 50, and Frampton on the lead just out to that pocket. And that was an absolutely pinpoint kick by David Roche. So tough kick here for Johnny Frampton. He's already kicked one today. And he's going to go and kick it around his body as the left footer. So if there was a right pocket for him, it is this one. He starts it out. And just out to the left-hand side. Must have been a close one. It's another behind on the board for Scarborough Footy Club. Sorry, for CBC. 4 goals, 3-27. Scarborough yet to score. And it'll be Spinner ended up kicking it in for Scarborough. Goes straight through and lands on the hands of Kelly. Kelly goes and plays on. Finds McBride. McBride through the middle of the ground. Good mark there to the leading player in Latham. Latham just goes and plays nice and quickly. Hits up Braden Antonio. Antonio into the middle of the ground as well. And what's the umpire found here? Is that 50? Found a free kick. And that might be against Joel Ashman, possibly, on Brendan Chen. And a costly turnover in the middle of the ground. And Chen just goes to play on nice and quickly finds Salamoni. He's just happy to chip it up and finds Brody Knight. So Brody Knight, about 70 metres out from the CBC Cole. He's just going to kick it up. Launches it nicely. Saunders at the back. Can't take the mark there. Doesn't quite land. Saunders able to pick it up. A good tackle from behind by the player in Robbie Forrest. Ball coming out there. Good body work straight away by Scarborough. Good pressure from CBC. And the umpire is going to come in and grab it again. 40 metres around from Freo CBC's goal. So electric start by CBC so far. Scarborough yet to score. CBC 4 goals, 3-27. The ball's brought out there and Scarborough just go and clear it through. Almost a good mark there by Andrioli. Couldn't go, but great pick up there by McBride. And the umpires paid that one and is holding the ball. And that's a good tackle there by the player from CBC. And he looks to just pump it inside 50 now. Almost a good mark there by CBC, but spoiled across the top. Flicked across there is Louis Miller. They're just trying to bring it out through Scarborough. They've turned it over once again, and it's through Bongji Sia. I can't pronounce that name at all, but it's a good spoil by CBC. Is it going to go out of bounds? It's not. Snapped around the body. Ollie Parrish. That is an absolute belter and a genuine contender for the snag of the day. 5th goal on the board for Freo CBC. 5 goals, 3-33. Scarborough yet to score. And we've gone 17 minutes in this first quarter. And Haley marked that down. That is an absolute contender for snag of the day. We're fortunate enough to see this replay and the cameraman right behind it, bending, and that is an absolute beauty. So 17 and a half minutes gone, and this is not the result I was expecting today. As the umpire throws it up, Jones straight down to Anthony, and they are dominating through the middle of the ground to Roche, to Anthony, kicking inside 50, leading player there. And once again, it's the last goal scorer there in Ollie Parrish. So Parrish just goes to play on. He's going to kick it long. Hampson over the back here. Will he get it? Unlucky there by Hampson, but well done by Spinner Mainstone. Helps spoil it through. And another behind to CBC. 5 goals, 4-34. Scarborough yet to score. And if you missed the Behind the Posts show this week, jump on. You'll be able to have a bit of a look. Me and Cam Robbins went through our picks for this round. I managed to pick Scarborough. I thought they were going to have a win. It's not looking good so far, and Cam Robbins will be pretty happy with his pick at the moment of Freo CBC. And they'll be happy with it as well, as Scarborough try and go through the middle of the ground. And good mark to the leading player there in Bradley. Bradley just goes and plays on, finds Antonio. Umpire says play on, not paying that mark there as Roche put on the good pressure. Almost a good pick up there, and it could be a free kick to Scarborough, and indeed it will go to Tom Willett. So Tom Willett just goes and tries to switch on that far side of the ground. Not the greatest kick there. It'll find Bomber. He just goes and handballs nice and quickly there. It lands on Lukey Spencer's chest. Flicks across to the far side. Good pick up by Sheehan. And he's been paid the mark. So Sheehan will go and play on. Flicks it across there to Spencer. Steps inside one. A good kick down that outer side of the ground. It's picked up this time by Rebillard. Goes and flicks forward there. And here goes Scarborough. An opportunity for a shot on goal. Good kick forward there. What's the umpire said? No mark. But it's going to be a throw up. About 15 metres around. And great pick up off his boots there by Sean Bradley. Umpire throws it up there. CBC just trying to get possession out of there. Scarborough, it'll go to them though, McPhee. Oh, well done in goalkeeping there by the player from CBC. He'll just go and bomb it out. And good knock forward there on that far side. Willett out there, but it's going to land in the hands of Anthony. He goes inside there, and here come CBC. Kicking forward here. Hampson on spinner Mainstone. Well done by Hampson. Just uses his body beautifully. Over the top, Jack Perham all by himself. And that is absolutely beautiful ball movement there by Fremantle CBC. And Jack Perham, he's going to go back and go for his second goal of the game. And what will be Fremantle CBC's sixth. And extend their lead to 6 goals for 40. And he has indeed. So now 6 goals for 40, I should say. Scarborough yet to score. And it has been an absolute clinic across here at the Mill. We've gone about only just over 20 minutes in this first quarter. And it's that kind of ball movement that is going to make Fremantle CBC a real contender as we get closer to finals time. They'll set themselves up for a good game next week against University. And the way things are going at the moment, it looks like it's going to be played down at Fremantle CBC's home ground. Umpire with the ball back in the middle of the ground. Throws it up again. Jones able to knock that one down. Not picked up by anyone this time, but kicked off the ground. It's Rebillard able to knock that one forward. Good knock to himself, but great tackle there by Anthony. Well picked up this time by McBriar, but it's turned over once again. And a bit of feeling out there at the moment. Good tackle from both players, Anthony and Louis Miller in there at the moment. So umpire throws it up there. It's Bomber able to knock that one down. Flicks back, lands in the hands of Forrest. Forrest goes and kicks inside 50. Franklin. Sorry, that was Harding coming across there. No, sorry, it was Franklin. Flicks across there. It's Toomey. Toomey handballs back there. Lands in the hands of Antonio, and he's just happy to take that tackle. And the umpire will come and ball it up 60 metres around from Scarborough's goal. They need one before quarter time. The umpire goes up again. Good knock down by Jones there. Great tackle there on Anthony. That's Wade Toomey leading that tackle there. The umpire throws it up again. Knocked down this time. CBC go and try and pick it up there. Good hands there by Hooker. But the ball knocked inside 15. It's picked up by Smith. Smith just goes and handballs it out there. Good pressure. Jones is there, as is McBriar. Matty Ward, though, quick hands there. Goes through. And out they come of defence there. Salamone going up the ground there. Goes through to Chen. Chen able to flick it across to Knight. Knight just chips it across, and it's going to land to Saunders. He's got players ahead of him here. Players absolutely everywhere. Hampson, he's going to take his time, go around the body. Oh, goes through his legs. Absolute comedy of errors, but they'll still have this opportunity here, and that is absolutely phenomenal. If we had a snag of the day contender, we've now had a mare of the day contender. That was an absolute shocker. 6 goals, 5:41. Scarborough yet to score, and we've gone just over 23 minutes in this fourth quarter. An absolutely stunning game of footy here, out to conclude the home and away season out at the Mill. And the way things are going, unfortunately, it looks like it will be Scarborough's last game for the league season. So coming out of defence this time is Scotty Tyres. Just goes and kicks down the line. No one able to take that mark. Almost a throw at the bottom of the pack was Matty Ward. They'll go inside 50 again. Good kick up there, and it's Jones. And that is out of bounds on the full. So Paul Vines, he'll be sitting there on the bench at the moment, moving the Margaret Sound, trying to work out how to get this Scarborough unit back in control. But it has been all CBC so far. So Tyres will sit there and relieve the pressure. Just goes and kicks it long down the line, just to a pack of players. Almost a good mark there. But coming inside 50, a chip over the top. It's going to land in the hands of Anthony. And Dion Anthony with the ball. Takes a mark inside 50, and he is going to have a set shot with about 30 seconds left in this first quarter. So Dion Anthony will end up kicking from about 35 metres, pretty much directly in front. Anthony kicks through it. Plays on the line, celebrates straight away, and that is a goal for Dion Anthony, his first of the day. That's CBC's 7th, and they lead this contest 7 goals, 5-47. Scarborough yet to score. So as we tick down to the last few seconds in this first quarter, it's been absolutely all Fremantle CBC. And that is the siren for quarter time out here at the Mill. 7 goals, 5-47. Yes, you are hearing that right. 7-5-47. Scarborough yet to score. And it's been an absolute clinic by CBC. Goal scorers for CBC. 2 goals to Jack Perham and singles to Parrish, Saunders, Roche, Frampton and Dion Anthony. But as we go to quarter time out here at the Mill, CBC with an absolutely commanding lead, let's say a match-winning lead. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you come back and join us after this quarter-time break. Let's see what Scarborough and Paul Vines can do as we lead into the second quarter. And we're back here at Millington Reserve, round 18 clash between Scarborough and Fremantle CBC. And as we go to start the second quarter, yes, that score in the bottom corner is right. 7 goals, 5, 47 to Freo CBC. Scarborough Football Club yet to score. And as the umpire brings the ball back to the middle of the ground, let's see what Scarborough can do in this second quarter. And the umpire throws it up. Scarborough straight out this time and through Shan. Shan goes to kick inside 50, goes over the top there. It's a leg race on. Thompson is there. He's able to try and pick up that ball, but set upon straight away by Forrest. And the umpire says, let's ball it up. Good sign straight away there for Scarborough. They need something to start this second quarter, just to try and start ticking their way back into this game as the umpire throws it up again. It's knocked down by Bomber this time. He goes straight into a tackle. And once again, good pressure from Scarborough. Lukey Pearson at the bottom of that pack. The umpire throws the ball up again, knocked forward this time by Jones. But Scarborough go and kick the ball inside 50, an up and under kick. Franklin just trying to track that one back. And the umpire said that is out of bounds on that far side. So the other game that we've got live scores for at the moment was North Beach versus Kingsway. And look, Kingsway, they've been manful all day. But North Beach have kicked away, leading that game now by 40 points. 14-13-97. Kingsway Footy Club 8-9-57. The umpire throws this one in again. Salamoni just trying to kick that one around his body there. Picked up by Jones. Jones just ends up getting the ball forward. And a lucky kick out there finds Frampton. So Frampton just goes and kicks the ball in the middle of the ground. It's going to be chopped off though. No, it's not. It is actually this time picked up and it goes through Spinner Mainstone. He just goes to try and kick it out to the leading play in McPhee. Puts his body behind the ball. Well done there, but nice work there by Andrioli. And able to take that ball out of bounds. Just near the Scarborough bench. And it would have been all hands on deck for the Scarborough bench of the coaching group at quarter time. Paul Vines just trying to work out how to rally up his troops. But they've had better signs to start this second quarter. And once again, knocked that ball out. Valalonga chasing there. CBC just trying to get the ball out there, and Toomey helps see that ball out of bounds. In front of Harrison McBride as well. So the umpire will throw it in. Right on top of the interchange gates out here at the mill. Two ruckmen compete. Well done by Bomber at the front there. Valalonga tries to pick it up there, but he's held. Toomey tries to grab it as well, but he's tackled. The umpire will come in again. Sorry, that was Harrison Court at the bottom of that pack. Well done by Bomber, able to take that one out. Anthony is there, but tackled by Rebillard. We'll have another stoppage. Ball up again. Jones this time tries to clear the pack out. Chen with the ball. And another stoppage there. So high pressure start by Scarborough. CBG just holding him at bay. Jones knocks that one out of the pack this time. Anthony trying to get a ball forward. Tackle pressure again from Rebillard and the ruckman there for Scarborough. And another ball up again. No one able to clear it out of the pack this time. Has this time, and it's gone through Matty Ward. Matty Ward just comes out of that clearance, kicks the ball inside 50. Leading player there, though, it was the mark from Scarborough Footy Club. It's landed in the hands of Tyres. Tyres goes and moves the ball quickly. Lands in the hands of Comma. So Nick Comma goes and plays on. Not a great kick there. Turned over and lands in the hands of Knight. Knight reloads, goes and kicks inside 50. Hampson drops one he should have taken. And it's turned over there through Scarborough. Goes through and lands in the hands of Bomber. Here comes Scarborough Footy Club through Spinner Mainstone. Goes and tries to kick inside 50. Just lands there. And a good mark there by Sean Bradley. So a couple of one-on-ones ahead of the ball now. He'll go and kick long. And it's going to go to McPhee. So Mitch McPhee. And just out to this far side. And hits the behind post, would you believe it or not. The umpire's just conferring about what they think it is. Trying to work out if it's hit the behind post or if it's gone out of bounds on the full. And we'll wait for the umpires to discuss and work out what's going on. And it was out of bounds on the full, so no score for Scarborough yet. And the ball will be in the hands of Andrioli. So 5 minutes gone in this second quarter. No score added to the board so far, but it's still Freo CBC leading 7 goals, 5-47. Scarborough Footy Club yet to score. And as Scarborough go and reload, kick inside 50, it's turned over and marked. They'll come and bring it out to this time, and it's gone in the hands of Jordan Newman. So Newman with the ball. Not in a massive rush to try and kick it, and that is not a great kick. And it goes just out of bounds, and Scarborough will end up with the ball. And they'll like to go back inside now through Harrison McBriar. So McBriar goes and kicks inside 50. A good spoil over the top by, I think it might have been a defensive one by Chorwell. And the umpire will throw it in about 25 metres around from the Scarborough goal. Umpire throws it in again. Knockout there. Ashman around his body, snaps. And well done by Franklin. Just able to force it through, but that is the first score on the board for Scarborough Footy Club. They're one behind, 7-5-47 though to Freo CBC. And we've got 6.5 minutes in this second quarter. CBC bring the ball in. It's marked by Ward. So Matty Ward just goes and kicks it long down the line there. Frampton goes over the top there. Couldn't pick it up. Tyres able to pick that mark, and it's going to be chopped off this time by Jordan Newman. So Newman with the ball. Kicks it across. That's a risky kick there, but still lands in the hands of Miles Franklin. Franklin, middle of the ground there. And lands in the hands of Thompson. So Thompson goes and switches again. Goes to Andrioli, the left footer. Pinpoint kick through the middle of the ground to another left footer there in Frampton, but it's going to be turned over. It goes through the hands of Miller. Flicks it across, and Scarborough will try and launch another attack there. Ashman can't pick it up, but McPhee's been able to. Flicks it across there, and Scarborough through Comma. Just go and kick it across the ground. Lands in the hands of Forrest. Forrest launches inside 50 there. It's bouncing. Is it a good bounce? Yes, it is. Turns one way, turns the other. And around the body is Harrison McBriar. And it's tapped through there by CBC. And another behind on the board to Scarborough. Just the two so far. But CBC leading this one 7 goals, 5:47. Just under 8 minutes gone in this second quarter. So Andreoli brings the ball back in for CBC. A long kick right up the middle of the ground. It's gone through and it's going to land in the hands of Brody Knight. He's got plenty of time in front of him and hits Saunders. So Jeff Saunders, plenty of options. Over the top there. Good kick. 3-on-1. Well done by that player there from Scarborough Footy Club. I think that might have been Tyres. And they've turned the ball over there, have Scarborough, and they've got plenty of options now ahead of the ball. They go through, bring the ball through the middle of the ground. Hits up Bradley. So the leading Bradley's got the short option there. And he's found him. Scarborough going to land over the top there. And that is a great kick. Doesn't quite land right. Oh, goes into the goalpost. And such good ball movement there through Scarborough Footy Club. Landed in the hands of Louis Miller. Didn't quite sit right. But another behind for Scarborough. And still yet to put a goal on the board. And great kick by CBC. Just trying to bring the ball inside. And it's landed in the hands of Dion Anthony. So Dion Anthony, 60 metres out from his own goal. Nice little chip kick. Lands in the hands of Smith, who's happy to go back to Anthony. Plenty of time, though. Terrible kick. Turned over there and goes through Sheehan. He's turned it over, went to Chorwell. Good step inside there through Hooker. CBC kicking up the line there. Lands nicely and goes into Parrish's hands. Kicked the goal of the day contender earlier today. Goes through Hampson. Hampson just kicks around his body. And it's gone out of bounds just on that far side in front of Perham. So CBC yet to score in this quarter. Scarborough have just kicked the 3 behind so far. And the umpire will go and throw it in about 50 metres around from the CBC goal. It's a good throw in there. No one able to get clean possession. CBC just trying to knock the ball forward there. Good tackle pressure again from CBC. The umpire will come and throw it up again. Scarborough player at the bottom of the pack was Nick Comer. 2 ruckman go and battle again. Jones able to knock that one down. They'll try and bring the ball out of this one, but Dion Anthony able to pick that one up. Shot on goal. And a quick kick forward. It's landed in the hands of Johnny Frampton. And he's going to go back. The umpire said, you've kicked that one in the square, son. Jump right in front. And this will be another goal for CBC. Scarborough, look, started this quarter so well. But quick kick forward there through Anthony. Lands in the hands of Frampton. And that is the 8th goal on the board now for Freo CBC. 8 goals, 5:53 now. Scarborough Footy Club just the 3 behinds, and we've gone just short of 11 minutes in this second quarter, and that is the first goal for the quarter so far. So Frampton's kick 2, Perham's kick 2 so far, but CBC in absolute control out here at Millington Reserve. Go back to that result so far, the earlier game today. North Beach have won that one. 14 goals, 3.97 to Kingsway Footy Club, 8 goals, 9.57. And that'll solidify their spot. They'll finish at least 4th, and depending on results there in the university game, they could go as high as 3rd on the ladder. But back to the game here. At the moment, Scarborough just trying to kick the ball forward, but it's been turned over there. It's that player in Smith. And the umpire has said that's a high tackle, and that'll be a free kick against Rebillard. It's going to go to Luke Pearson. So Luke Pearson will just go and move the ball forward and land in the hands of that player in Tom Smith. Just in front of the bench for Scarborough Footy Club. Smith will just go on a nice chip kick there. Well done by Ashman to half that contest. And he's picked it up and goes and kicks it inboard there. Well done again by Pearson. Oh, that is an absolute monster hit there by David Roche. And Joel Ashman will be feeling that one. But good to see Ashman starting to get around the pill a bit more at the moment. The umpire will go and throw it up again. Conditions definitely starting to get a bit cooler now as the umpire throws it up. Well done by Shan trying to bring that one out. The umpire said that is holding the ball. And there'll be a free kick to CBC against Shan. And it'll go to David Roche. So Roche will just go and kick it across. Going to land in the hands of Ward. Matty Ward with the ball will play on. Just launches inside 50 there. Oh, well done by Harrison Court. Can't quite take the mark there, but goes to Rebillard. Flicks across 2 tyres. And they'll just try and get out of trouble now. Good kick out to the far side there. And happy to see it out of bounds is Jolie Latham. And the umpire will come and throw it in again. So the umpire throws that one in. Good knockdown this time by Shawnee Bradley. Villalonga kicks it around his body there. No mark taken. Villalonga follows up again. It's Rebillard actually flicks it forward there. Ashman, very clever tap on there. Goes through to Toomey. Toomey handballs in ball now. Scarborough going through the middle of the ground. And they've got players out here. It's landed in the hands of Latham. Latham will just go and kick it inside 50 there. That is not a great kick. It's gone through to Hooker. We'll go to Franklin. Franklin just tries to kick it out to this far side. Goes into the hands of Robbie Forrest, but unfortunately falls over. And coming out this far side, that could have been 50 there. Bit of friendly advice from Tommy Willett, but Jeff Saunders will have the mark. And he'll just go backwards, and lands in the hands of Andrioli. So Andrioli, left foot kick out to that far side. Works out right in the end, goes to Thompson. Steps inside and out in front of Latham. Risky ball movement there on that far side, but it's going to go back to Thompson. Flicks it across there. CBC just doing as they please at the moment. It'll go through Chorwell. So Chorwell just up on that far side. Lands in the hands of Roche. So Roche just goes and chips it up. And they're going through the ball, middle of the ground nicely now. Through to Brody Knight. Good tackle pressure, but he slipped through that one. Takes one bounce. And just chips inside 50 there. And a good mark inside 50 finds Chen. So Brendan Chen could kick from about 50 metres, but looks for options, and he's found one there in Smith. Smith tackled straight away there. Flicks across to Chorwell. Chorwell kicks inside there. Picked up by Salamone. Salamone shuffles through one, shuffles through another, goes to break the tackle, gets it on board, and lands in Jack Perham's lap for the absolute easiest of goals. And that is the 9th on the board for Freo CBC. And look, they're absolutely doing as they please at the moment. And they just extend their lead once again. 9 goals, 5.59 now, Scarborough Footy Club. No goals on the board, 3 behinds. And we've gone just over 15 minutes in this quarter, and just good work there by Salamone. He's able to kick that ball around the body. Perham all by himself. And that's his 3rd on the board now. 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the second. And trying to get back into the lead of the leading goal scorer for the league so far. Lee Coleman, as we went into this round, leading it by 1. He'd kicked 56 so far for University. And Jack Perham kicked the 55. He's now up to 58. And we'll keep watching with interest now how that University versus West Coast game goes today. No live scores, unfortunately, from there, but lots of ramifications for that game so far. University lose, they can drop down as low as 4th. And also Coleman, let's see if he can win the leading goal scorer for the league. But Jack Perham doing everything he can at the moment. And once again, it is CBC with the ball now, and it's coming through Roche. Roche, clever kick inside, but not his greatest kick, and it's going to be turned over. Lands on the chest of Reece Guelphy. So Guelphy goes to move the ball nice and quickly there. Goes to Liam Kelly. Goes to Rebillard. Not the greatest kick, and just takes a bit of a bounce there. 2 players going to be chasing after it. Thompson able to pick it up. Tackled by Latham. Umpire lets it play. Comma goes and tackles straight away, wrapped around his legs. And it'll be a ball up just on that far side. So no goal on the board yet for Scarborough. 9 on the board for CBC. And leading this contest quite comfortably now. Goes to Salamone through that contest there. Flicks across to Matty Ward, and he's tackled straight away by Latham. Sorry, not Latham, Ashman. And the other player was Liam Kelly. So thrown up again. Jones knocks that one down in the ruck. No one able to take that one out. Lots of players at the bottom of the plaque, at least 3 Scarborough players. And Salamone on the very, very bottom. And that is holding the ball against Salamone. So Scarborough with the free kick. Just go and bring the ball inside there and finds Willett. So Willett happy to switch the ball. It goes out to this far side there. Lands in Spinner Mainstone's hands. So Spinner flicks the ball across. Goes to Guelphy. Guelphy will go to the leading player there in Shan, but he's turned it over there. But Scarborough able to pick the ball up, and once again it's Guelphy. And great mark there by the debutant in Sardelizak for Scarborough. Colts player gets his opportunity to play some senior footy today, and hopefully it's a game that he'll remember for fond memories later on today. But it's been turned over, and it goes to Frampton. So Frampton for CBC will kick inside 50. Goes out to Perrin. Perrin can't quite pick it up. Lands in Saunders' hands. Slips over. Goes to pick it up. Goes one way. Goes the other. Flicks over his head. It goes to Matty Ward, who'll flick across. And a good mark there. And it's landed in the hands of Guelphy. So Guelphy will go and kick it out to this far side there. Good mark. And it's picked up by Comma. Comma flicks across. And Scarborough out on this far side there. But turned over. Finds Thompson. Goes to Chorwell. Chorwell, good kick inside 50. And finds a leading player in Hampson. So George Hampson, one of the few players that normally travels the scoreboard. They've had 6 goal scorers so far today. And look, this will be Hampson's first opportunity to kick a goal. Kicked 3 last week. We'll kick it from 50. It's not a bad kick. And that is the first goal on the board for George Hampson. It is indeed. Great kick there by George Hampson right from the paint of 50. It's hard to see what the goal umpire was going to see there, but 10 goals on the board now. 10 goals 5, that is 65. Scarborough, no goals on the board, just the 3 behinds. And we've gone almost 20 minutes now in this second quarter. And an excellent long kick, though, by George Hampson. Just went over the top of the big ruckman there on the line. And it's a goal there for Fremantle CBC. And they are in absolute control in this contest. So as the umpire brings the ball back to the middle of the ground. Throws up again and knocked down by Bomber this time. Well done here. But it's going to be turned over by CBC and Roche. Roche kicks around his body. We've got CBC players leading at the ball at the moment. Good pick up, and it's Knight. Not weaves one way, wins the other. Good tackle pressure by Latham. Umpire says play on. Turned over there. Roche can't quite pick it up. Anthony just flicks out to the far side. Knocked forward there by Knight. And kicked across the middle of the ground. Lands in the hands of Forrest. So Rob Forrest, the veteran, just goes and chips it up. Goes into the hands of Antonio. So normally a good user of the ball, just flicks it across there. Scarborough will try and kick it inside 50. Not a great kick inside, but well done by Miller, able to half that contest. Goes and follows up again, but CBC will bring it out. And this time it's going to be through Salamone. Good kick through the middle of the ground. Lands in the hands of Anthony. So Dion Anthony in no real rush. Goes and kicks it out to this far side. Lands in the hands of Thompson. So Thompson handball forward there. Goes to Matty Ward. Matty Ward can't quite grab that one there. Knocked off the ball there, but good pressure. Goes through Villalonga. Flicks it forward there to Antonio. Antonio on his right foot. Goes through the middle of the ground. Obviously lost the ball in the middle there. I'm not sure what's happened. But Comma decides to pick it up now. So Nick Comma goes and kicks inside 50. And it's not a great kick and turned over once again. Lands in the hands of Tom Smith. So Smith out to the far side there. Player down in the middle of the ground. And it looks like it could be a free kick to Nick Comma. And Nick Comma's decided to play on. Kicks inside 50 there. McPhee at the bottom there is able to pick that one up. Tackled straight away. Good hands back around his body. And just missed by the debutant. And Sedlazic could have almost had his first goal in league footy, but unfortunately it's another behind. That's 4 behinds now for Scarborough Footy Club. CBC well in control, 10-5, 65, 22 and a half minutes gone in this second quarter. So Andreoli just strolls out of defence. Good long kick. It'll go about 65 metres. Chilwell almost is able to take that mark there, but Salamone just knocks the ball forward. And here they go. Anthony through the middle there. Goes to Ward. Good kick there, finds Brendan Chen, links up nicely, steps inside beautifully. Well done. Good kick inside 50, and they had absolutely flooded up. I feel like I've seen this passage of play from early in the game, but Perham kicks around his body, and that is the easiest of goals. Again, 4 goals on the board for Jack Perham. And that's the 11th for Freo CBC. And 23 minutes gone now in this contest. And so 11 goals, 5 now, 71. Scarborough Footy Club just the 4 behind, 4 points, and that is an astronomical lead of 67 points, 23 minutes into this second quarter. So Fremantle CBC absolutely flexing their muscles, showing why they are genuine premiership contenders, and also showing why I picked them halfway through the season to play off in the grand final, what we think will be against Curtin Uni Wesley. Unfortunately, no other live scores at the moment. Just the one game completed with North Beach winning by 40 points. And Fremantle CBC well in control out here at the Mill. Can Scarborough get their first goal before half-time? It's not looking good so far. And a free kick there, and it's going to go to Wade Toomey. So Wade Toomey for Scarborough plays on from the middle of the ground, just flicks it across to that outer side. It's going to land in the hands of Tyres. Tyres goes and kicks up that far side of the ground. Lands in the hands of Bomber. 60 from his own goal there. Just chips inside 50. And that's a good mark in the lead there by Sean Bradley. So Sean Bradley. Opportunity to put the first goal on the board for Scarborough Football Club. And that's a 50-metre penalty against CBC. And this will be the first goal for CBC. Oh, for Scarborough Football Club, sorry. So Sean Bradley will stroll in just before half-time. And puts the first goal on the board for Scarborough Footy Club. And the Bronx cheers from the crowd, unfortunately. 1 goal, 4 now. 10 to Scarborough Footy Club. CBC 11 goals, 5, 71. As we almost hit half-time here out at the Mill. So almost a charity goal there, unfortunately, for Scarborough Footy Club in what has been a tough day for them so far. And we've still got a half of footy left to go, but that is half-time out here at the Mill. 11 goals, 5 to Fremantle CBC in absolute control. Scarborough 1 goal for 10. We'll go through the goal scorers for both sides. Jack Perham leading the goal scorer for Fremantle CBC. He's kicked 4. Johnny Frampton has kicked 2. And then all singles the rest. Parrish, Saunders, Hampson, Roche, and Dion Anthony. And the 1 goal scorer for Scarborough Footy Club right on the second quarter siren, and that was Sean Bradley. But as we go to the long break now here out of the Mill, it's Fremantle CBC well in control, leading this game by 61 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a bit of a break for the second half here across at Millington Reserve. Third quarter action here in the round 18 clash between Scarborough Football Club and Fremantle. CBC out at the mill. And as we go to start the third quarter, it's been an absolute clinic from Fremantle CBC. 11 goals, 5, 71. Scarborough 1 goal for 10. And because Scarborough ran out for this second half, you could see there's a bit of extra passion out there at the moment. And look, let's hope that they're able to put in a better performance in this second half. But look, Fremantle CBC just tuning up nicely for finals. And they'll be hoping for a good result in this third quarter as well. As the umpire throws the ball up again, knocked forward this time by Scarborough. Ashman there at the bottom of the pack. Well done by Scarborough. They're trying to bring that out, and it is Ashman. Flicks it cross back there, gets to the captain in Shan. Shan on his left foot, goes and kicks the ball forward, but chopped off by Franklin. Good tackle from behind that time. Oh, and players going through that contest hard. And it's turned over and grabbed by CBC and lands in the hands of Chorwell. So Tyler Chorwell flicks it across and lands in the hands of Anthony. Dion Anthony just goes and kicks long. Leading player in Frampton. Frampton goes and kicks it across there. Goes over the hands of Matty Ward. Just able to knock it forward. Picked up by Ashman, who's tackled high. It'll be a free kick against Matt Ward. Goes to Joel Ashman. Joel Ashman just goes and kicks and finds Willett. Good mark there by Tom Willett. Willett chips it up. Good mark to Shan. So Shan plays on. Good stab kick inside 50 there. No, lands just short actually. A good tackle straight away by Salamoni. The umpire will come in and grab the ball again. So umpire throws it up, knocked down by Jones. Anthony there, as is Shan, as is Ashman. And Ashman it is, picks it up there. Tries to flick it forward there, but well done by Matty Ward. Great tackle there. Good follow-up pressure by Robbie Forrest. And the ball goes out of bounds just on the outside the Fremantle CBC bench, I should say. So almost 2 minutes gone in this third quarter. No score so far. The pressure good from both sides as CBC try and bring that one out there. Salamoni can't quite pick it up. And the ball is turned over there, picked up by Louis Miller. It's picked up by Toomey, flicks the ball back there. It goes to Rebelliard. Rebelliard kicks inside 50. And a good mark and a good lead there. What's the umpire said? Hasn't paid anything. The ball's gone through. And that's going to be behind. The first score on the board for the quarter. That's the Scarborough. They lead this contest, down in this contest, 1 goal, 5, 11. 11 goals, 5 to CBC. And here comes CBC. Jeff Saunders out on the outer wing. Flicks it inside to Anthony. Dion Anthony with the ball. Options ahead of the footy. And also if he goes to switch. And that is 50 metres. And that'll bring Dion Anthony right within scoring distance. It'll be just inside 50. So it looks like a player that ran through the mark there. And Dion Anthony will go and have a shot probably from about 45 metres out, just on a slight angle. Let's see if he can put through the first score on the board. First goal for the third quarter, I should say, for Fremantle CBC. And that is the first goal for the second half. The goal for Dion Anthony, that's his second of the game, and they extend their lead now 12 goals, 5, 77. Scarborough Footy Club, 1 goal, 5, 11. A margin of 66 points, 3.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. So a good start to this quarter by Freo CBC. Extending their lead. 12 goals on the board so far today. As the umpire brings the ball back into the middle of the ground. Bomber able to take that one out of the ruck, but picked up by CBC and flicked forward there through Anthony. The ball's turned over though and hacked forward by Shan. Almost lands. Great tap forward there by Toomey, I think it was, to Miller. Miller, shot on goal. And just out to the left-hand side, behind on the board. For Scarborough, that's 1 goal, 6 now, 12. CBC still well in control. And the ball brought inside now by CBC. They'll go and try and move it on nice and quickly. Good kick to advantage there, but turned over and picked up there by the debutant. Goes across to the president in Ashman. Flicks across the far side. It's kicked by Antonio. And they'll try and reload through Common. So Nick Common with the ball just chips it up to the advantage of Toomey. 55 metres from goal. Here's Wade Toomey. Just trying to direct traffic. And chips the ball up there. Finds Robbie Forrest. Forrest from 50. Good long kick. And once again, just out to the left-hand side for another up behind for Scarborough. 1 goal, 7-13 now to Scarborough Footy Club. CBC leading this game by 64 points. 5 minutes gone in this third quarter. It's Pearson with the ball. Kicks it inboard and goes to Roche. David Roche with the ball, directing traffic again there. And a good kick out to that outer side. Goes to Thompson, flicks it across, kicks it there. Goes to Chorwell. Chorwell in the middle of the ground. Good stab kick. Goes to Thompson. Thompson flicks it across, and here comes CBC. Kick inside 50 there, the leading player in Bongjiaska. Kicks it inboard there. Frampton can't quite take the mark. Flicks out across there. Land in the hand of Knight. Knight will go onto his right foot there. Steps through traffic. Around the body. And to the left-hand side there was Brodie Knight. But another behind on the board. 12 goals, 678. Scarborough 1 goal, 7-13. Just over 6 minutes gone in this third quarter. Scarborough go and kick the ball in and lands in the hands of Comma. So Nick Comma goes and plays on, takes a bounce. Gains a few metres, tries and kicks it long, but it's ticked off there by Tom Smith. Smith picks it up, goes to Thompson. Thompson flicks it back inboard there. And goes to Anthony. Anthony tries to get some distance there, but picked off, and well done there by Scarborough. They'll come out through play there in Spencer. Goes to the big ruck in there in Bomber. Bomber can't quite do what he wants with it. Antonio goes and tackles. Well done there by the play there in Jones. Goes to Roche. Goes to Franklin. Franklin kicks inside 50. Good spoil there by Scarborough. Saunders trying to get it out, and well done by Forrest. Just uses his power onto the left foot there. That is a clever kick, and well done by Forrest. And that could be 50. And it is indeed. 50-metre penalty there against Smith. And that's going to go to Joel Latham. So Joel Latham with the ball, just chips it up nicely. Goes through McBride. McBride kicks inside 50. Almost a mark there for Scarborough. Well done by Toomey. Able to just get his boot to the ball there. Ashman can't pick it up. Nor can Latham. Ball coming out there. McBride able to pick it up again, but tackled straight away by Thompson. And the umpire will come and ball it up right and the 50-metre line for Scarborough. Try to press and get their second goal. 8 minutes into this third quarter there. Toomey able to go through that contest there. Picks up the ball but smothered off the boot. Franklin in there, as is Smith. Good hands there by Hooker. Goes across to Matty Ward. Snaps it out of defence. And how will it sit? Sits pretty well there. Good flick inboard there. Goes to the hands of Chen. So Chen kicks inside 50 there. Leading player. And it's landed on the chest of Perham. So Jack Perham with a mark, and will have the opportunity to go back and kick his 5th goal of the game. So Jack Perham with the ball. He's now kicked 59 goals for the year so far. Have the chance for his 60th. Kick right on the paint of 50 does Jack Perham. Straight in front. Not his greatest kick. Is going to land just short. And lands on the chest of the player on the line for Scarborough. Goes and kicks it out. Not a great kick though. It's turned over and lands in the hands of Brodie Knight. So Brodie Knight just chips it up again over the hands of Perham. And it's turned over, lands in the hands of Liam Kelly. So Kelly out to the far side will find a comma. Nick Comer running with the ball now. Nice little chip kick. Lands in the hands of Bradley. So Shawnee Bradley 60 metres from his own goal. Options in the middle of the ground. Good stab kick through the middle there. Almost turned over by Chorwell. No one able to take that mark there. Picked up by Chorwell. This time goes to Andrioli. Steps inside there. Good left foot kick. And finds Salamone. Salamone just decides to go. Goes inside 50 there. Doesn't quite land. Well done. Hand to the ball was the player from Scarborough in Kelly. Goes back to Kelly again. He's harassed with the footy there. Hampson able to get the ball. Almost could have been a free kick. No, says the umpire. Good tackle pressure by Chen. And Spencer just hacks forward there. No one able to take that mark. And kick back inside 50. And a good mark going back with the flight of ball. No mark, says the umpire. It was played on. Good handball over the top. We'll go to Toomey now. And here comes Scarborough through McBriar. McBriar, one bounce there. Not a lot to kick to in front, but he's gone over the top. And hopefully he'll land for McPhee. Does land for McPhee. Mitchie McPhee with the ball. Right-footed kick around the body. Oh, great spoil going back with the flight of the ball there by Chorwell. And that's touched through and another behind on the board for Scarborough. Look, they had their opportunity for a goal there, but look, well done by Tyler Chorwell. And that'll be 1 goal, 8 now on the board. 14. But CBC well in control. 12 goals, 678. A margin of 64 points. Almost 11 minutes gone in this third quarter. CBC just trying to bring the ball out there. An incorrect disposal there after the good tackle there by the player from Scarborough. And it'll go to Tom Willett. So Willett just chips it over the top there. Players looking to the sun. Almost a good mark there. Could have been a free kick. And it is a free kick to Nick Comer. What is going on there? As the two players, a bit of hustle and bustle. Salamone and Robilliard. But it's good kick inside 50 there and a great mark out on the lead. And it's landed on the chest. I think that might be Louis Miller. So Lewis Miller, he's kicked 15 for the season so far. And he'll be looking to put the second goal on the board for Scarborough now. That's going to be a long kick from him. He'll kick from about 53 metres out. Slight angle. He's got a good piece of it. It's going to hold up just short. And the ball is touched over the line. There'll be another behind. 1 goal, 9, now 15. Fremantle CBC, 12 goals, 678, a margin of 63 points. 12 minutes gone in this third quarter. And good kick in there by CBC, but it is turned over there. Goes through from Forrest. Forrest goes and kicks over the top there. CBC just trying to mop up once again through Andrioli. Good low handball there. Turned over there by Franklin. Good pressure there from Scarborough Footy Club. Well done. Good pick up there. And the umpire's found a free kick. It's going to be a high tackle, and that's going to go to Harrison McBriar. So Harrison McBriar. So McBriar, shot on goal. And that is out of bounds on the full. And unfortunately, that's been the story of the day for Scarborough Footy Club. 1 goal, 9. 15, Fremantle CBC, 12 goals, 678. 13 minutes into this third quarter. So plenty of other games going on around the Perth Footy League A-grade competition today. As we know, North Beach 40-point winners over Kingsway. And they'll set themselves up for a first final next week. We'll try and get some other scores from around the grounds at the moment. And if we do get them, we'll update you as Robbie Forrest has the ball now for Scarborough. Turned over, though. Knocked forward there by Callum Hardy. CBC coming through the middle of the ground there. Good mark by Frampton. And he's got Perham over the top. And he's done this well all day as Jack Perham. And another easy goal for Perham. That is his 5th and the 60th goal of the season for Jack Perham. And extends Fremantle CBC's lead now. 13 goals, 684. Scarborough Footy Club, 1 goal, 8-15. Now margin of 69 points, 14 minutes gone in this third term. So just looking around at some of the other scores so far today, and one of the other blockbusters that we had today was 5th versus 1st, and that's the TAs versus Curtin Uni game. And about half-time in that contest, it was actually Curtin Uni only leading by a point. 7 goals, 3s to TAs, 7 goals, 4 to Curtin Uni, and what is an absolute belter of a contest out there. And look, Trinity Aquinas will be hoping to try and jag another win there today. They weren't sure how this result out here at Scarborough was going to go. But look, if that stays that way, they're going to be right in contention to hold that 5th spot quite easily anyway today. But CBC just running through the middle of the ground again. Turned over this time. Knocked forward by Willett. It's going to land in the hands of Spinner Mainstone, but turned over again. And Thompson goes and kicks inside 50 there, and a leading player in Ollie Parrish. So Parrish with the ball. We'll look for some options. Definitely kicked the goal of the day so far. And good chip kick there, and finds Dion Anthony inside 50 all by himself. So Anthony chips it up and goes across to Brendan Chen. Chen kicks on goal. And that's another goal on the board for Freo CBC. First goal on the board for Brendan Chen. And that's now 14 on the board. 14 goals, 690. Scarborough, 1 goal, 9-15. A margin of 75 points. Almost 16 minutes gone in this third quarter. And with the results going as they will today, we'll have a final ladder at the moment of Curtin Uni. They'll definitely finish on top. Fremantle CBC, they'll finish in second spot and get to host a final next week. And that game will be at Morris Buzzercott Reserve. And then we'll await the final make-up of the top 5 now, with North Beach and University both in contention to host another final. But CBC, once again, going forward. A good mark there from George Hampson. He's taken that one about 40 metres out. We saw him kick a good long goal before. And let's see if he reckons he's got the distance in him once again. So Hampson with the ball. He'll run around a little bit here. Probably kick from about 52. No, he hasn't. He's just decided to have a long set shot on goal. And that is an absolute beauty of a goal from George Hampson. Here's second of the game so far. CBC's 15th. 15 goals, 696 now. 1 goal, 9-15 Scarborough. A margin now of 71 points. 17 minutes gone in this third quarter. And what a beautiful kick there from George Hampson. Really classy mark. Great finish on goal. And look, shows why he's one of the favourites for the medal this year, the CJ Jamison medal, which is presented on the Perth Footy Awards night, which we'll have the pleasure of being involved with on the 5th of September across at Crown. For those people that tune in, watch behind the posts, we're also filming from there as well that night again. But once again, back to the mill. CBC well in control, a 71-point lead. But Ashman with the ball there. Good tackle pressure, and it's gone across to McBride. McBride goes inside 50 there, and it's chopped off in defence there. And a good mark by Jordan Newman. So Newman will just go and switch the ball now. Lands in the hands of Andreoli. So Warwick Andreoli plays on, goes to Knight. Brody Knight chips across. Goes to Matty Ward. So Ward, just a nice 45-degree kick there. And goes across to Pearson. So Luke Pearson, plenty options ahead. Might go the cheeky one across the top. Doesn't, just goes a nice short one to Roche. They're really just taking their time now. Flicks across to Chorwell. Chorwell goes over the top. We'll have a nice kick, up and under kick inside 50 here. Frampton is there. Just knocked across the top, and Frampton, it's going to land in his hands. No, it isn't. It's going to be Hampson. Hampson just pushed off the bill. Could have been a free kick. Umpire says no, let's play on. Goes across to Spence, and we'll go to Latham, and Scarborough look to try and get out of defence. But it's turned over, and it's marked by Mark Jones. So Mark Jones probably been the dominant ruckman on the ground today. Bombers battled absolutely manfully, but Mark Jones probably the leading big man on the ground so far. Good kick inside 50. No one was able to take that mark. Scarborough just trying to clear it out in there, and they do through Latham now. Flicks across, goes across to Liam Kelly. And the umpire's paid a free kick. What's he paid here? It's going to be a free kick to Liam Kelly. So Kelly just goes and kicks it across, finds Spencer. Spencer goes the long kick there, finds Villalonga. Great spoil there by Hampson. Turned over, goes across to Salamoni. Oh, and that is holding the ball. Oh, and that would have been a great contender otherwise. Oh, that was an interesting one there. Pity we missed that on camera. That was pretty funny to watch. It's been a 50-metre penalty there, I guess, George Hampson. He's ended up grabbing the leg of Adam Villalonga. Just giving him a nice friendly, how do you do, tripped him up a little bit. And it's going to be a 50-metre penalty, I think, up the ground. So the umpire will bring the ball up. So they're going to go to Shan or Villalonga. I would say it would be Villalonga. No, it's actually going to go to Shan. And that looks like that could be a 100-metre penalty. So it was a free kick. Geez, very strange scenes across at the mill here. But look, it was a free kick to Scarborough, 50-metre, which turned into another one. And then a kick inside 50 with Bradley taking the mark. The only goal scorer so far for Scarborough today. Be looking to put his second on the board. So Sean Bradley kicks through it. And that's another goal for Scarborough. Second on the board for Sean Bradley and the second for Scarborough. But CBC leading this contest now, 15 goals, 696. Scarborough Footy Club, 2 goals, 9-21, a margin of 75 points. And we've gone just over 21 minutes now in this third term. We did have the later game across here today, the 2:50 start. And I think the majority of the other games, I know the University and West Coast game, I think that's actually wrapped up at the moment. But we haven't seen any results come through from that one, and that's the result that we're looking to see at the moment. There's a ball bounced in the middle of the ground now, and it's Scarborough coming through. Rebillard, oh, hard tackle there. Could have been a free kick. And I think the umpire has he paid a free kick there? No, he says, give it back to me there. Umpire throws it up again. The two ruckmen go out there. Well done by Anthony, just charging through the pack. Salamoni flicks across the top. Lands in the hands of Parrish. Parrish on goal. And that is a great goal by Ollie Parrish. His second of the day, and he's kicked a couple of absolute belters today. But 16 goals, 6 now, 102 as Fremantle CBC crack the ton. And they throw the margin back out to 81 points. Scarborough, 2 goals, 9-21. And we've got about 22 and a half in this third quarter. So unfortunately for Scarborough Footy Club, 2 minutes left in this quarter. 1 quarter left to go, and that'll be the season there for them. So we know first and second, Curtin and Fremantle CBC. TAs will finish in 5th spot. And we just got to wait and see what happens between University and North Beach now to see who gets the double chance. Scarborough bringing the ball out of the middle of the ground now through Ashman. Ashman just goes and kicks it long there. Picked up by Tom Smith. Smith goes and kicks it long down the line there. Good work going back with the flight of the ball. Couldn't be marked though. Anthony goes to pick it up, but good booty work there. And Ashman picks it up, goes to Comer. Comer tackled as he went to grab it there. Well done going through the pack this time was Miller. Miller flicks forward there. It's gone to Ashman. Ashman flicks forward. Good link-up play, and it will sit there for Villalonga. Villalonga shot on goal. Just out to the left-hand side. It's chopped off in the last line of defence by play there in Newman. Almost turned over, but it's not. Well done there by Hardy. Hardy goes across to Smith. Coming out of defence now and goes through Bongjiasia. He's kicked across the top, and it's marked by Anthony. Anthony goes and kicks there, finds Chen. So Brendan Chen, 60 metres from his own goal, just switches it up. And he's found His teammate there in the middle of the ground goes across to Franklin. Franklin going to his right boot. Just go back the other way there. Great kick. He finds Bongjiasir again. He'll go the long launching kick inside 50. Hampson! And a great contested mark there by George Hampson. Good mark there. He's kicked 2 so far today. And he'll be looking to add his 3rd for the game now. And look, he's been an absolute instrumental player in the middle of the ground and up forward for Fremantle CBC today. So George Hampson, he's kicked it out to the left-hand side, and that'll be a behind on the board. 16 goals, 7 now, 103 for Fremantle CBC. 2 goals, 9-21, a margin of 82 points. So as the clock ticks down now for 3/4 time, as Scarborough go to bring the ball back in once again. That's a mark on the chest of Wade Toomey as we hit 3/4 time. And it is Fremantle CBC well in control. 16 goals, 7, 103. Scarborough 2 goals, 9-21. And the goal scorers for both sides now 5 goals to Jack Perham. And then a multitude of other multiple goal scorers now as well. 2 goals each to Parrish, Hampson, Frampton and Dion Anthony. Single goal scorers to Saunders, Roche and Brendan Chen. The only goal scorer for Scarborough, he's kicked 2, is Sean Bradley. But the margin now a huge 82 points out at the mill. Don't go anywhere now. We'll go and have a quick break and we'll come back for the last 25 minutes of footy. Let's see what this last quarter holds now. Out at the mill. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast out here today. And fourth quarter action out here in this round 18 clash between Scarborough and Fremantle CBC. And unfortunately for Scarborough, 25 minutes left of their A-grade league season so far. It has been all Fremantle CBC today, leading this contest quite convincingly. Margin of 82 points, 16-7, 103. Scarborough 2-9, 21. As the players reset, the umpire brings in the ball. Let's see what the last quarter has in store for us now. Can Scarborough put a score back on the board, or will CBC sit there and dominate and see if they can blow out to another 100-point win? As the umpire holds the ball aloft again. Fourth quarter action out at the mill. And good knockdown by Bomber in the ruck this time for Scarborough. Stacked on the mill straight away. Rebillard at the bottom of that pack. And the umpire will come in and ball it up again. Another big score for CBC. They end up with 100 points score on the board last week and another big 90-point win. And looking to be one of the genuine contenders in 2022. But Scarborough with the ball now through Comma. Flicks it across and goes to McBriar. McBriar will kick inside 50, but it's turned over there. And a good mark there by Newman. As Newman goes and switches the ball and finds Pearson. So Pearson kicks to that outer side. Parrish can't take the mark, but picks up. Good handball over the top. Will go to Chorwell. Tyler Chorwell slaps inside, goes to Anthony. Anthony flicks across, goes to Smith. So Tom Smith, not a great kick. Well picked up there by Harrison McBriar. Rebillard, long shot on goal. Good body work. Could have been a free kick against Toomey. But just out to the right-hand side, and that's a behind on the board for Scarborough. The first score of this fourth quarter, and it is a behind to Scarborough. So CBC in no real rush to bring the ball in now. Just strolling out of defence. That's a long kick there. Almost a good mark there by Knight. Can't quite pick it up. It's picked up by Matt Ward. Good hands. Flicks across there. Will go to Thompson. Flicks across to Pearson. Pearson, nice little kick there. Ends up missing everyone, actually. Almost turned over there. Smith against Villalonga, and it was Smith that was able to pick that one up. Comes through the middle of the ground. Goes to Anthony. Flick over the top. Goes to Ward. Good tackle there, but slipped through. But it's going to be turned over and goes to Willett. Willett across to Spencer. Spencer just flicks across there. And a good mark. And Scarborough just trying to come out that far side. Villalonga with the ball. Plenty of distance in front of him there. One bounce. Just looking for options. That's a good kick inside 50. Terrible option though. And it goes to Tyler Chorwell. So Chorwell goes through the middle of the ground. Once again finds Anthony all by himself. He's been prolific today as Dion Anthony. Goes and finds Roche. So David Roche chips it up. Finds Matt Ward. Ward with plenty of players above the ball. Forward of the ball now. Goes to Saunders. So Saunders just goes backwards. Finds Roche. Good little chip kick there. Can't quite take the mark. It's turned over. Well done by Villalonga, goes through that one. Just uses his body beautifully. Picked up by McBriar. He's been good for Scarborough today. And flick forward to Forrest. Forrest just toe pokes off the ground there in front of McPhee. Goes back to McPhee. McPhee will step inside. Kicks long. Good kick to the advantage of Tyres. And lands in Scotty Tyres' hand. And he'll run in and kick a goal. And the Scarborough faithful love that one. Scotty Tyres, when he does kick a goal, they get absolutely up and about. So first goal for this fourth quarter. It is a goal to Scarborough, and it is a goal to Scott Tyres. But CBC leading this one now. 16 goals, 7, 103. Scarborough 3 goals, 10, 28. Almost 4 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. So still awaiting some live scores from around the grounds today. University and West Coast is the one that we're really looking forward to, but also some good games in TAs and Curtin Uni. And the bottom of the ladder clash, North Freo. Can they get their first win of the season against Bassendean down at Gil Fraser Reserve? As the umpire throws it up again, it's knocked out by Jones. Sheehan able to pick this one up. Left foot kick around the body. And it'll be out to the advantage of no player in particular. Goes through everyone's legs and lands in for Thompson for CBC. Flicks it off and gets it back again. And great kick down the line. Goes to Bonggia. Goes across to Hampson. Hampson flicks around his body there. Doesn't quite sit right, and it's going to be turned over and goes through for Scarborough. Goes across to Spencer, and he kicks across the face of goal. Lands with Rebillard. Flick it across. Hopefully it lands right for Bomber. It does. Bomber just flicks forward to Vellalonga. Vellalonga kicks inside and goes to Ashman. Ashman with a quick mark there. Flicks across and goes to Forrest. Forrest, good long kick, but it's been turned over. And a mark going back with the flight of the footy. Goes to Andrioli. Andrioli just happy to kick the ball across. Goes to the big ruckman in Jones. Jones just keeps the ball going as well and goes to Anthony. Anthony, terrible kick though. It's turned over. Lands in the hands of Comma. Comma, well done. Oh, good body work there by Tyres. He could be the hero again for Scarborough. And Scotty Tyres, and the crowd goes absolutely bananas again. Scott Tyres, 2 goals in 3 minutes. 4 on the board now for Scarborough. But it is a little too late. And Scott Tyres has kicked 2. Scarborough kicked 4, but CBC is still leading this contest very convincingly. A margin of 75 points, almost 6 minutes gone in this last term. And just great body work there on the replay there by Scott Tyres. Just took his time, ran into an open goal. And he'll be absolutely wrapped with that one now. But it has been a tough day for the Scarborough Football Club. Once again, won't be playing finals this year. They've got a good nucleus to build on for the 2023 season. Umpire balls it up again. Knocked out of the ruck this time by Bomber. Well done by Sheen again. He's had a good second half. Ended up with a lot of the footy. Can't quite be picked up there. And this is the debutant in Sadalazek. Kicks forward there, but it's going to be turned over there. No, it isn't. Picked up by Antonio. He kicked inside 50 there. Toomey almost able to pick up the ball, but picked up by Smith. Almost tackle pressure, but it's turned over there. Oh, good spoil there by Andrioli. It's been turned over there. Vellalonga steps inside. Great tackle there. Could have been holding the ball. And yes, it is, says the umpire there. Vellalonga just ended up holding the ball a bit too long. It's a free kick there to Tom Smith. So Tom Smith flicks it across and kicks to Newman. Newman in the last line of defence for CBC. Just goes and kicks long through the middle of the ground. Jones is his target. Wasn't able to take a mark, but had the free kick against there, and that was against Tom Willett. So Jones just goes and kicks, finds Franklin. So Miles Franklin just happy to take plenty of time out of the clock. Plays leading for him. He'll just end up kicking long down the line. Big plaque of players will form. Lots of them go up. One-handed spoil there by Bradley. Sheehan just tries to knock it forward there. Ashman. It's going to land in front of Rebillard. Plenty of options ahead of him now. Antonio stringing forward. Willett. It's going to go in the direction of Antonio. Oh, but great mark. Coming across the front there was Newman for CBC. He's been good in defence today, has Jordan Newman, and definitely one of their better players today. The umpire says play on, and he does indeed. Just out to that far side there, and marked by Smith. Smith goes and plays on, finds Hampson, another one of the better players for CBC today. Chorwell. Good kick over the top there, finds Saunders. So Jeff Saunders goes and kicks it up. Doesn't quite make inside 50 there. Doesn't quite land right for Perham. We'll go to Willett. Willett goes and handballs over the top there. Finds a player in Spencer. Spencer will go long down the line, but chopped off once again. Good mark going back with the flight of the footy to Andrioli. Sees a long option there and decides to hit it, and it's Hardy. Handball's over the top, goes to Anthony, who flicks across. Once again to Newman. Going to be a spoil over the top there. Here comes CBC, but well done by Newman. Oh, great tackle there. And unfortunate there. High tackle there against Nick Comer. Might have been a bit unlucky, but it is going to be a free kick to Jordan Newman. He decides just to go the nice chip kick, and it goes to Chorwell. Chorwell finds Pearson. CBC just happy to chip it around, but turned over this time. It's been marked by Comer. So Nick Comer, long raking handball there. Sits well for McPhee. McPhee kicks forward there. Lands well for Ashman. Ashman, nice little chip kick over the top. Will go for Toomey. And Toomey will just mark inside 50 and take his time. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. And this will be possibly the third goal on the board for Scarborough. They've kicked 2 so far. And he just decides to do the right thing. Goes and kicks over the top and finds Antonio all by himself. 30 metres from goal on about a 45-degree angle. So just the 2 goals kicked so far for this fourth quarter. Both to Scarborough Footy Club. But still find themselves down by a margin of 69 points. About 10.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. So Braden Antonio, left footer. Good kick through the footy there. And that is a goal for Braden Antonio. First goal on the board for Antonio. Third goal for Scarborough in this last quarter. And does trim back the margin a little bit. Still a margin of 63 points though. And it's Fremantle CBC. 16 goals, 7-103. Scarborough, 5 goals, 10-40. 11 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. So as the sun starts to come across here out at the mill now, conditions getting cooler. Both these teams are still going hard at the moment as CBC goes and brings that ball out. And umpire says incorrect disposal there against CBC. It's going to be a free kick to Ryan Shan. So Shan just goes a great kick to advantage there. Spinner can't quite mark it. He's going to be able to go and pick it up. Well done by Parrish. Good pressure there. Thompson in there as well. Forrest just pushing through. And the umpire will come and ball that one out just in front of the bench there for Scarborough. It's been a tough day there for them. Vines, the coach for Scarborough, and Scotty Worthington, who wasn't playing today, both sitting there as well. Scarborough trying to bring the ball out, but it's turned over and goes through Roche. Roche tries to flick the ball forward, but he's turned it over as well. Spinner Mainstone, tackle by Anthony, possibly when he didn't have it. But the umpire says, I'm going to call it in anyway. Halfway through this last quarter, CBC by 63 points. Scarborough just trying to bring the ball forward now. Goes to Vallelonga. Kick around the body and a good mark there by Forrest. Takes it falling over. And he'll flick inboard now. Good flick across. Goes to Shen. Shen goes inside 50 to the leading player. Tyers! And where was this man earlier in the game? Scotty Tyers. He's kicked 2 in this fourth quarter. Takes a great mark out on the lead. And he'll go back for what could be his third goal of the game and third goal of this last quarter. So Scott Tyers, he'll end up kicking from probably almost 40 metres out. Only a slight angle. And looking to put his 3-goal cameo in this fourth quarter. Tyers just out to the left-hand side, isn't it? No, the goal umpire says that's a goal, and 3 goals on the board to Scotty Tyers, all in this last term. 6 on the board now to Scarborough. But CBC leading this one, 16 goals, 7-103. Scarborough, 6 goals, 10-46. Almost 14 minutes gone in this fourth term. So the umpires bring the ball back to the middle of the ground again. Just over 10 minutes left in this game now. Chorwell in the ruck this time. No one able to take clean possession out. Great tackle there by Ashman. The umpire will come in and grab it again. Umpire balls it up. No ruckman able to take it straight out this time. No one able to knock it forward either. And no clean possession, but CBC able to get it there. Ashman picks it up, tackled straight away. Spins it out that tackle and does it very, very well. Picked up this time by CBC. High tackle. And that will go to Pearson. That's a free kick to Luke Pearson. Umpire saying, you've got the free kick, son. There's a free kick against Nick Comer. So Pearson, nice little short kick. And finds Hooker. Hooker just goes and kicks there, finds Salamoni. Got players running for him on the outer side. And players ahead of the ball. He's just going to kick it up long down the line there. No one able to take that mark on the far side there. Good spoil over the top. Could have been a free kick. Could have gone to Hampson. Umpire said play advantage. Might not have been advantage in the end. And what's he picked here? He said that's going to be a throw-in. So the ball will land about 40 metres out from the CBC goal. Umpire throws it in there. Frampton in the ruck this time against Bradley. Anthony who takes that one out. Goes to Matt Ward. Ward on goal. Almost a mark there. And is he paid advantage? He has indeed, and that is going to be a goal to Salamoni. And another one on the board. It's only their first of this last quarter, though, but still extends their lead. 17 goals, 7 now. 109 Scarborough. 6 goals, 10, 46. A margin of 63 points. 16 and a half minutes gone in this fourth term. Still waiting on other results around the league today. We've had another one come in, and it was a tight win there for Curtin Uni Wesley. They've beaten TA's 14 goals, 791. TA's 12 goals, 678. So a margin of 13 points, and what would have been a good tune-up there for both sides. Remember, Curtin Uni, by finishing on top, they'll get a break in the first week of the finals. And TA's, they'll finish in 5th spot. And they'll be in an elimination final that we'll be getting to call next week. We just don't know who the other team they'll be playing at the moment. Will it be Uni or will it be North Beach? But Scarborough looking to try and put another goal on the board at the moment. They've turned the ball over though, and it will come through CBC. Good tackle there by Willett on Hooker. And the umpire will come in and ball it up again. So umpire throws the ball up again. No one takes it cleanly out of the ruck. Good tackle there by Chorwell. Sheehan in there. Ward in there as well. Ball bounces up. Good knock forward there this time. Picked up. Could have been a high tackle. Umpire says let's that one play. Hooker coming through there. Good knock forward there. Ends up picking the ball up again. Hacked forward kick there. Goes over the top. Player coming at the footy there. Can't pick it up. This time it's Kelly. Good tackle straight away. And the umpire will come in and ball it up again. 18 minutes gone in this fourth term. CBC leading by 63 points. As the umpire balls it up, Anthony over the top, just flicks it. Good tackle there by Saunders. Scarborough able to bring it through, and this time it'll come through Sheehan. Flicks it across to Vallalonga. Vallalonga, nice little kick through the middle of the ground. Landed to McBride. Flicked off to Antonio. Good kick there, and a well-weighted kick. Lands in the hands of Tom Willett. Willett goes and kicks inside 50, leading player in tyres. Couldn't quite get it. Crowd goes wild. Willett, barrel. That is an absolute belter there from Tommy Willett. Umpire says that's a goal, and that is another contender for the snag of the day. Tom Willett with a barrel from outside 50. And that is another goal on the board for Scarborough. They've kicked 5 in this last quarter. But still, it's CBC. The margin now under 10 goals. 17 goals, 7, 109. Scarborough, 7 goals, 10-52. And that is a margin of 57 points now. 19 minutes gone, and how's the pickup from Willett? Right on 50. Big barrel. Just over the heads of Andrioli, and a great goal there for Scarborough Footy Club. So umpire with the ball back in the middle of the ground now. Almost 20 minutes gone. And a good knock forward there by Bomber, but Scarborough can't quite get the ball going forward. CBC can, though. It was a good kick there by Anthony. No one able to pick it up from there. It's turned over Rebillard through Willett. Will flick out to Villalonga. Scarborough will go inside 50 again. Great mark there by Miller. Should have been paid. And he's paid the free kick. Goes on to Antonio. Antonio. Oh, Tyres! That is a great mark there by Scotty Tyres. And Jordan Newman looks up and goes, there's nothing else I could have done there. And Scotty Tyres going back for his fourth in this fourth quarter. And I thought we almost had a little bit of a chant going then from the Scarborough faithful. But they will go absolutely berserk if Scotty Tyres kicks this one. It's been a tough day for Scarborough. But, geez, it's been a good last quarter. Yeah, the Sting's obviously gone out of the game, but they've kicked 5 in this last quarter. Scotty Tyres, 40 metres out. Slight angle. Not a great kick. Not a great kick at all, and out of bounds on the full to the right-hand side. And the boys will be letting him know about that one. Great feedback from the Scarborough crowd there. 21 minutes gone, though. 57-point margin to Freo CBC. 17-7-109. Scarborough 7 goals, 10-52. As CBC bring the ball in again there. Good mark going back with the flight by Louis Miller. Miller chips it up, goes to Willett. Willett kicked one from this distance before. Goes and chips inside 50. Turned over, though. And it's going to come through from Pearson. Tries to kick through the middle of the ground. Hampson can't quite pick it up. Would have been held. Umpire says no. And it's going to go through Saunders. Saunders got plenty of room in front of him. Just try to hold the kick as long as possible. Perham could have been held. Umpire says no. It's going to be Spinner Mainstone. Picks up the ball there. Flicks across to Comma. Comma steps one way and steps inside. And it's turned over there. Goes to Perham. Perham goes and flicks forward there. Goes to Matt Ward. Matt Ward. Good tackle pressure there. Could have been a free kick. Umpire says no. Flicked inside there. And that. Oh, Perham could have kicked his 6th. But he doesn't. It's out to the left-hand side. A behind on the board for CBC. 17 goals, 8-1-10 now. Scarborough 7-10-52. A margin of 52 points, 22.5 minutes gone in this fourth term. So Rebillard will bring it in. Goes the long kick. Almost marked there by Bradley, but he can't mark it. And tackled by Roche. So last 2.5 minutes of this contest out at the mill. It's been an enjoyable game, but not the result that Scarborough would have wanted today. And in other results around the ground, we have seen a couple come through today. North Beach winning against Kingsway to solidify their spot in the 5. CBC, they're going to finish on second spot, as we mentioned. Curtin Uni, they'll finish in first. And the result in the University and West Coast game has just come in, and it is University convincing winners there by 85 points. University will finish in third spot, and they'll end up playing Fremantle CBC across Morris Buzzercott Oval or Reserve next week in what will be a qualifying final, with the winning going to playing Curtin Uni. And the loser, they'll play the winner of the game between North Beach and TAs, which will be out at Charles Riley Reserve, and that'll be the game that we'll cover next week. Be North Beach and TAs out at Charles Riley Reserve in a big elimination final there. But with 1 minute left in this contest, CBC will end up running out convincing winners 17-8, 110. Scarborough, 7 goals, 10-52. And we're just awaiting this final score also out between North Fremantle and Bassendean today down at Gil Fraser. Have Bassendean been able to get another win, or have North Fremantle been able to crack the duck and win their first game of the season? Umpire says play on. CBC going for another shot on goal. Almost makes it through to the line there. No one able to pick that one up. And that is another goal on the board for CBC. Their last of the game there, and that will be a goal too. I'm just trying to see who's actually kicked that goal. The final goal scorer of the game there. It's going to be a tough one to pick up that final goal scorer. I think it could have been David Roche possibly there, but I'm sure we'll find out a little bit later today. But that is going to be the final score out here at the Millington Reserve. Fremantle CBC convincing winners. They've won this game 18 goals, 8, 116. Scarborough 7 goals, 10, 52. A big last quarter by Scarborough. They end up kicking 5 goals to 2 in the last, but it was a little bit too late, unfortunately. We'll go through the goal scorers for both sides. And plenty of multiples right the way across. Jack Perham, though, he led for Fremantle CBC. He kicked 5 today, and that is 60 for the season for Jack Perham. Other multiple goal scorers, we had Parrish kicking 2, Hampson 2, Roche 2, Frampton 2, and Dion Anthony 2. Singles to Jeff Saunders, Luke Salamone, and Brendan Chen. While the goal scorers for Scarborough, Scotty Tyers 3, all in that last quarter. Sean Bradley 2, Nick Comer 1, and Tommy Willett, with another great goal there as well. But look, as we mentioned, as we wrap up today, those final results will end up seeing us with Fremantle CBC. They'll finish on second, but the final ladder will look like this. Curtin Uni will finish on top. Fremantle CBC second. University will finish third. North Beach will finish in 4th spot, and they'll play TAs in the elimination final next week. Out at Charles Riley Reserve, that'll be the game that we'll cover. The other game will be Fremantle CBC versus University. That'll be out at Morris Buzzacott Reserve with Curtin Uni to have the bye. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast out here at the Mill. An absolute dominant display from Fremantle CBC, showing why they finished in second spot and will be one of the contenders for the flag in 2022. Thank you to the team out here today. Thank you to Haley. Thank you to Ned. We're going to pack up. Finals footy coming up next week. Make sure you join us for Behind the Posts, and make sure you join us for the big game out at Charles Riley Reserve between North Beach and TAs. My name is Ward Harris. It's been a pleasure hosting this game out here today out at the Mill. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you next week out at the footy.